From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Gilbert Bustillos.
And I'm Ben Schlittler. A forensic data analysis from Taos and a corporate and environmental lawyer from Broomfield, Colorado are suing ExxonMobil and Empire Petroleum.
They claim the companies engaged in accounting fraud could cost New Mexico nearly $200 million. The case stems from the sale of several hundred old wells from ExxonMobil to Empire Petroleum in 2021. The suit alleges the two companies massively undervalue the debt obligations, meaning the state could be stuck with cleanup costs, violating New Mexico's Fraud Against Taxpayers Act.
You know, it took until April, but we're finally here in New Mexico starting to get the memo that it's spring, not summer. We got ahead of ourselves for a bit.
Yeah, it sure took a while to get there, but we're here. MJ, what do you got for us on the news desk?
Boy, do I have something for you. If you'll follow me this way, we are experiencing so much more heat. So I am here, and the skies are sunny right now. The temperature is 77 degrees. The winds are going southwest at 10 miles per hour. The humidity is at 11%. The dew point's at 21.2 degrees, and the barometer is at 29.70 inches. Now, the high today was 82, the average was 79, and the low was 56. But our records were in 2025 as a high of 90 degrees. Oh my gosh, and a low in 1972 with 33 degrees. Our precipitation today was bummer, 0 inches, but this whole rainy season has been 2 inches so far. Don't go too far. I'll be right back with your national forecast, but I'm gonna have to send you back to my friends.
A court has disqualified former Republican State Representative Rebecca Dow from running for her old seat, and she will not appear on June 2nd's primary ballot. A judge agreed with former Democratic Representative Tara Jaramillo that Dow should be disqualified. She said that Dow filed to run for the House of Repres instead of the House of Representatives, and she submitted a screenshot of the paperwork instead of the actual paperwork. Dow says she plans to appeal the ruling to the New Mexico Supreme Court. The Boys and Girls Club of Las Cruces is one step closer to opening their new home. Last week, they broke ground on their new building. The new building will be at the site of the old Video 4 movie theater on El Paseo, and when it's complete, it'll have a STEM center, gymnasium, and a wing for teenagers. However, the club is still behind on its funding goals, and they've only raised $8 out of the $12 million that they're going to need. And the organization right now is asking for donations.
A local dance group is using movement to keep history alive, connecting the present to the past, one step at a time. And
through rhythm, tradition, and storytelling, these dancers are honoring their ancestors and sharing their culture with the community. Here's April Lessa with the story.
Tadio Rico is one of the many members of the pre-Hispanic dance group Canik. Tadio, who identifies with Aztec traditions, performs as a jaguar, a powerful symbol in the Aztec culture. The jaguar represents strength, courage, and a connection to the spiritual world. Jaguar warriors were known as elite fighters, and today, that symbol continues through dance. Dancers say the powerful rhythmic movement reflects the struggles of their ancestors. Dancing is a way of expressing yourself, but for many other dancers, it's a way to connect to their historical roots.
This is the way I can connect with my ancestors, with those who have came before us. We feel their struggles with the way that we dance, barefooted in the heat and the conditions that we're in. And sometimes there's certain things that show us that they're there with us.
Through each step, dancers tell stories passed for generations, keeping it alive in the present day. For many, the experience isn't just physical, it's spiritual.
Sometimes we could feel the energy of the jaguar being in the performance in the circle.
Tadio's jaguar costume plays a key role in the connection. The patterns, the movement, and the energy behind the character represents not only the animal itself, but the spirit of the Aztec warriors and their relationship with nature and the divine. Every detail holds meaning.
I would say my headpiece. Yes, because I think that's what, people see and, the feathers.
For Tadio, every performance is more than just dance. It's a tribute to history, identity, and spirit. April Lessa, News22.
The group continues to perform at local events, sharing their culture and keeping traditions alive for the next generation. Stay tuned, MJ is going to be back with your national weather forecast.
on this season of Patty's Mexican Table. We are in the Yucatan Peninsula. ¡Qué rico! I'm gonna take all the things I learned here and put them to use in my kitchen so that you can use them too.
Friday at 2:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
KRWG-TV's public file is available at 2915 McPhee Circle in Milton Hall, Room 117, on the campus of New Mexico State University. Regular business hours are from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 to 5 p.m. weekdays. You can also view the file online at publicfiles.fcc.gov.
Join KRWG Public Media for a free screening of the independent lens film The Librarians at Thomas Brannigan Memorial Library in Las Cruces, Thursday, April 23rd. Doors open at 5 p.m. and the screening begins promptly at 5:30, followed by a short discussion. Light snacks will be provided.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Thursday,
where news matters. Starting May 1st, New Mexico families enrolled in SNAP benefits will see a new verification process.
The New Mexico Health Care Authority will begin requiring documentation on household expenses when families apply or renew for SNAP. They'll need to provide housing, utility, and dependent care documentation at the beginning of May. Documents can be submitted through a yes.nm.gov account.
Well, unfortunately, though, we do have a red flag warning issued. MJ is going to be next with national weather. MJ, what can you tell us about what that's going to mean for us here?
Well, what I can tell you is that across the South, we are getting an issue of a red flag warning starting tomorrow at 12 p.m. and ending at 8 p.m. that same night. So make sure this Friday, you might need to just reschedule some plans. So for starters, this deep red here, that's the red flag warning. It spans all the way across, all the way up here into Minneapolis. That's crazy to me. And there's also a really funny freeze here, so make sure that you're very aware of that. Make sure you dispose of cigarettes properly, make sure you're avoiding flames and sparks, and also make sure you take your car off of dry grass. Now, onto my next map, we're going on to something more mundane, and we're just going to be discussing the temperatures today across the U.S. As you can see here, there's a whole lot of red, a whole lot of hot, and that's because spring is finally springing, just like Ben said earlier. Now, tonight, we're looking at maybe turning on another fan just to make sure that you're extra cool, because tonight's temperatures on my next map are still a little bit high down here in the south, so make sure you check out that extra fan. It's good white noise. But would it be MJ's weather without telling you something about space? So on April 21st through the 22nd, we're going to be experiencing the Lyrid meteor shower. It is a record going back as far as 2,700 years. So make sure that you go check out that peak because it'll be 15 to 20 meteors per hour. And so I'll be back with you after this break to tell you about your local weather.
Welcome back to our sewing room for the 4700 series of Love of Quilting.
These new episodes are packed with fresh skills and inspiring projects, from bold, large-scale patchwork to quick and satisfying small designs.
Let's explore new and creative techniques like using a compensation plate for bulky seams, couching yarn to embellish, and even dyeing quilts with indigo.
From piecing and quilting to our beloved viewer tips, stitch along with us on this season of Love of Quilting.
Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
Having aired in the U.S. and internationally for over 3 decades, Wailana Yoga helped pioneer the modern-day yoga movement. With her clear and authentic instruction set against spectacular scenic backdrops and uplifting music, Wailana makes yoga easily accessible and enjoyable for people of all backgrounds and experience levels.
Sunday morning at 6:30 on KRWG Public Media.
Welcome back after that much needed break. Right now, your local temperatures up at Farmington are looking like 67 degrees. Santa Fe is holding at 64. Albuquerque and Gallup are at 72 and 62 respectively. Socorro and Clovis are at 74. Twinin, I love that. Ruidoso and Roswell are at 62 and 79. Deming and Las Cruces are sharing 78 degrees and 77 degrees. Now, tomorrow, it's looking at 54 in Farmington, 64 in Santa Fe. Gallup and Albuquerque are 58 and 72. Clovis and Socorro are 83 and 81. Ruidoso and Roswell, you're sharing 68 and 87. So make sure that you drink some water. Las Cruces as well with 87, and Deming is at 80. Now, your local temperature in Alamogordo right now is 45 degrees as your low tonight with clear skies. Tomorrow it'll be 82 as your high, also with clear skies. Truths or consequences, it's going to be 45 clear, and tomorrow it's going to be 82 as your high with some light clouds basically. Now, Silver City, I love to talk about you. 40 degrees tonight with clear skies. Tomorrow it's going to be 71 degrees as your high with more clear skies. Las Cruces, you won't believe it. We're also having clear skies tonight with 48 degrees as our low and 81 degrees as our high. I'll tune right back in to give you all of your 5 days in a few minutes.
And Sam Dates is next up with sports.
Thanks, Ben. Coming up in sports, the NMSU baseball team is trying to ride the wave of momentum after a big win against UNM. You can toss that remote because News 22 Sports is next.
Thousands of people have come here to the Centre of Seoul this evening. They have come to celebrate the newly elected president, Lee Jae-myung.
He's been firing rubber bullets at the direction of the crowd, and it shows you just how volatile the situation is.
We're seeing scenes of destruction like this one across Mandalay, and the reality on the ground is there just aren't enough pairs of hands.
Given the scale of the attacks we've seen over the past 48 hours, it doesn't feel like we're in ceasefire territory.
I'm Michaela Malazzi, and I'm back with a brand new season of Bare Feet, where I continue to connect with the world one dance at a time. Join me for this new Season 8 of dance and music adventures from around the world.
Saturday morning at 9:30 on KRWG Public Media.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
For the win! He got it!
Welcome back. I'm Samantha Dates, and let's talk sports. The New Mexico State baseball team is taking on Sam Houston this weekend, coming off a big win against UNM Tuesday night. The Aggies are hoping to keep that momentum going in this weekend's series. The two teams have played against each other 10 times before, with a 5-5 all-time against the Bearcats. The Aggies have won 3 of the past 4 games with Sam Houston, and this weekend they're putting it all on the line. Catch the game Friday to Sunday at Presley Eskew Field at Johnson Stadium, or stream it from home on ESPN+. The New Mexico State women's tennis team played hard yesterday, but not quite hard enough to secure the win. Aggies took a 4-3 loss to Middle Tennessee yesterday in the final match of the season. The Aggies faced a 1-0 deficit early in the game and almost made a comeback with a strong showing in singles play, but coming in as the number 7 seed, the Aggies dropped the doubles point and Middle Tennessee secured the final point they needed to win. The top doubles pairing, Nadia Nemeth and Whitney Mune, saw their match go unfinished with a 5-3 lead. After another top 5 finish at the Cowgirl Classic last week, NMSU senior Emma Bunch has been honored as the Energy Transfers USA Women's Golfer of the Week. This is the 13th time that Bunch has won the league's weekly honor. This season alone, Bunch has collected 4 weekly awards. She's tied with UTEP's Dylan Teeter for the most Golfer of the Week awards this season by any golfer in the CUSA. Now the Aggies are preparing for the CUSA Championship set next week in Frisco, Texas, where Bunch seeks to earn her 3rd consecutive CUSA individual title. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action next week. Still ahead on News 22, MJ will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
Howdy, Stargazers. We're amidst the warmth of spring. Summer's on the way. If you want a workout buddy, you got the ultimate ones right in the sky. Hercules, Boötes, and Ophiuchus. Hit the darkness around midnight and use the Arc to Arcturus trick from the Big Dipper to find the booty of Boötes the herdsman. Did you catch his kite-shaped figure? He can herd something. Next, spike from Arcturus to Spica in Virgo, spying on the boys, I'm sure, and make a slanted box with Arcturus and Spica on the right and Vega and Razelhag on the left. Razelhag is the head of Ophiuchus the serpent bearer, going full Brittany. Ophi is technically the 13th zodiac, but he's not unlucky. Above Razel and between Vega and Arcturus is the keystone figure of Hercules, so fine that he is still famous all these centuries later. Clearly, I need to get my beach body working. Keep looking up.
Now let's take a look at our top stories.
ExxonMobil and Empire Petroleum are being sued for alleged accounting fraud that cost New Mexico almost $200 million. Former Republican State Representative Rebecca Dow has been disqualified from her June 2nd primary election due to various paperwork issues, and the Boys and Girls Club of Las Cruces has broken ground on their new complex located on El Paseo.
Now let's take a look at your 5-day forecast, because boy, do I have a fortune for you. It's just clear almost. It's going to be light clouds on Sunday, as we can see through these 5 days. Friday is going to be a high of 81 and a low of 48 degrees. Saturday, a high of 77 degrees and a low of 49 degrees. And then 72, 78, and 86 for your highs between the Sunday and Tuesday. And then Sunday, our lows through Tuesday will be 48 degrees, 51 degrees, and 55 degrees. That's all.
Well, that sounds great, MJ. And that's all for News 22 Thursday. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight.
Tune in next week for more news. I'm Ben Schlittler.
And I'm Gilbert Bustillos. And from the whole News 22 team, Sam, MJ, Ben, and myself, have a good night.